Hello YouTube. The season of rain is upon us. Not that you can really tell much, but you probably hear it. So I did some stuff off camera, did the whole steering setup. I'll let you know what I found. So I did swap in the Frontier box intermediate shaft. That stuff bolts up. It is different for the D21 and D22 intermediate shafts to fit that box length. Does bolt up to the frame, so I have all the correct lines that actually bolt into the frame in the same spots as well. And then the unfortunate part, I could not use the other center link. If you see down here, I don't know if you can tell, yeah, those are pretty much evenly spaced and center on the bar. And then you come over here to this one and it's pushed back, and that's towards where the frame is. It does clear, but not by a lot, and I didn't feel comfortable with it, especially with the tie rod angle. Might end up hitting if it comes out this way at all, which it does. So that, as well as I could have cut and made it work, but that's a male thread, and the center on that is obviously different. Again, I could have cut and welded it, but also my inner and outer tie rods are angled on them, and those ones are not. So I'm already pretty close to my limit of how much the tie rods have to pivot as it is. So I just ended up opting for using the center link, and the way I matched that to the box was the splines on the box are the same. That's the other thing, is none of the joints had the same size, except for the only one that has the same size taper is where it attaches to the idler on both of them. So, and this is actually the D22 idler arm, and they are the exact same part number. So I did swap it out because it was better condition than the one I had. So unfortunately that does mean I still have my steering walk issue. I don't know if I can do this one-handed to show you guys, but let's see here. Alright, I had to go get my tripod so that I could do this two-handed, but I'm going to move the wheel, the steering wheel is locked, and you'll see this bar move up and down. So yeah, that would be the center link walk, which unfortunately I'm not going to be able to get away from. It's just a D22 issue, particularly the four-wheel drives. So, you know, I guess it is what it is. It's an off-roader. I guess I'll just have to drive on more dirt. But at least I got the new box in, steering setup, all that. And like I said, those splines are the same. The height of where it attaches to the box is the same. It's also verified, being that the idler is the same part number, so you know it's not going to create any unevenness on the center link. Center link is still nice and even with the truck. It's not tilted up or down on that side. So now, keep saying this, the next step is to pull the transmission. And yeah, I still don't want to do that. I know it needs to. I'm procrastinating, but also I am very much running out of space in this garage to pull the truck even far enough in to get under it. Especially with it raining, I don't want to be in my wet driveway, so it does need to come in a bit further. So might be partially procrastination. It's also probably needed, but I need to do a little bit of cleanup before I can get to that. But that is the next thing on the truck. Just gotta make space for it first. Clean up some of these parts, put the unused stuff somewhere. I don't know what. I'm a hoarder, so you know I probably won't throw it away, but very least needs to go in a bin so I can tuck it in a corner somewhere. Yep, don't have space for that either, but we'll figure it out. Alrighty, we got it cleaned up enough. At least enough to get this thing pulled in a decent bit more. So, I guess I've run out of excuses. Time to do it, I guess. Alright, I think this is going to be a short video. I did end up getting out, but I did not film it because I figured probably don't want to just film me cussing and throwing stuff for a while. Even in a time lapse, that's not fun. But yeah, these things suck, and this is the lighter one of the two. So yeah, I'm gonna get this truck back out in the driveway, call it a night. Alright, scratch that. I did do transmission. I stripped this one down to get it at the same point that one is. Here is the physical difference. Yeah, I can lift that one pretty, well, fairly easily. That one I can't. And you can see how much bigger that one is. Also, I don't know what year this one came off of. I know it came from a D21. However, it was electronic speedo cable. So I went to swap the speedo cable, or speedo gear. And, well, also, this one did not want to come out. But also, just the gears are different. I don't know if that's because it's V6. Sorry about that. These are very bright lights. I don't know if that's because it's V6 versus 4-cylinder, or if it's just a newer year thing. I'm not really sure. If you guys have any idea, please let me know in the comments. Because, you know, I'm tempted, because the transfer cases are almost the same, except for obviously the internal gear that matches that. I'm tempted to swap transfer cases just so I keep my speedo, but if it's inaccurate, especially if I swap to a V6 cable-driven dash, well, then I don't want to screw myself and have to swap transfer cases again, because that's going to be a pain. So if you guys have any idea on that, that'd be nice. That's past me. I've tried swapping speedos a bunch, and for some reason I always run into this issue. I don't know why I didn't think this would be a problem. Probably because the transfer cases are almost identical. But oh well, so be it. That being said, obviously garage door's closed, truck is pushed out, it's dark. That's gonna be it. I work tomorrow, so that's gonna be all I have time for tonight or this week. So thanks, YouTube. See ya.